President Obama will give a speech on immigration reform in Las Vegas on Tuesday, but a bipartisan group of senators got ahead of the president and released their plan today. While the Democrats are usually seen as more sympathetic to immigration reform, key Republicans like John McCain are out in front of the issue. McCain appeared on ABC's This Week and explained what needs to be done and why the plan won't fail like it did in 2007. John, I want to go to you first. McCain said this plan is very similar to the one they had in 2007. He thinks it can work, but will history really repeat itself? Is the Republican Party to the point where it can break away from where it was in 2007 and become a part of 2013?
You know, his point that it's different because of the election is an accurate one. I also think you have to observe the fact that Marco Rubio has been out there for the last several weeks, making the case not only to the mainstream press and to the Spanish language press, but I think probably for the purposes of your question, most importantly, to conservative press, to conservative talk radio, to Bill O'Reilly on Fox News, and somewhat surprisingly, he's been getting a very warm reception from these guys, which to my mind is a sign that these guys are basically just triangulating. They see the writing on the wall. It's very, very clear that if the Republican Party does not moderate on the issue of immigration, they will alienate themselves from the fastest growing, largest minority in the country. There will be undoubtedly some folks in the House GOP, especially. You also need to keep an eye on Ted Cruz in the Senate, the freshman senator from Texas, who's also Latino. So yeah, there will be some pushback, but I think that overall, Rubio has a lot of respect and from folks in his party. McCain will be a problem for some people, no doubt about it. You know, he's toxic to a lot of conservatives. I still think at the end of the day, the GOP will maybe shoot a few bullets in their own foot, but I don't think they're just going to like obliterate their own foot.
You were on the campaign trail for 2 years. You were at the primaries. You were in the general election with the Republicans. Does this move at all come as a surprise to you, having heard the rhetoric you heard for the last couple of years?
I think there's a lot of factors that go into why I'm not surprised. I think one of the factors is, you know, the fact that cross-border immigration into the U.S. is down. It's not as much of an issue as it was the last time we had this debate. I think as folks at the grassroots level see folks like Mark Levin, Lou Dobbs, folks like that who have been so strident and so outspoken against basically any kind of reform except for building a fence on the border, I think that will temper down a whole lot of a lot of the resentment out there that you saw in the past.